Video opens with a slow pan over a dark, dense, and misty jungle. The sounds of unseen creatures echo in the background. The atmosphere is tense and mysterious. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're venturing deep into the heart of a place where sunlight struggles to pierce the canopy. A place shrouded in mystery and whispered legends. We're talking about the untamed jungles of Southeast Asia, home to a story so chilling it has been passed down in hushed tones for generations. This is the haunting of Sarah. Our story begins in the late 19th century. Sarah, a young and adventurous botanist from England, joined a small expedition with a singular goal: to discover and catalog rare orchids hidden within the jungle steppes. She was brilliant, full of life, and completely captivated by the raw, untamed beauty of the wilderness. Her journals, which are central to this tale, describe her initial excitement and wonder. She wrote about the vibrant colors of the flora, the symphony of the cicadas, and the feeling of being in a world untouched by time. The local guides, however, were wary. They spoke of ancient spirits that guarded the forest, spirits that did not take kindly to outsiders. They warned the expedition to respect the jungle, to take nothing but memories, and to leave nothing but footprints. But Sarah, driven by scientific ambition, saw these warnings as mere folklore. The expedition pushed deeper and deeper, far from any established trails. After weeks of trekking, they discovered a breathtakingly beautiful, yet eerily silent clearing. In the center stood a colossal, ancient tree, its branches draped in moss and vines, looking like a silent, waiting giant. And there, nestled among its roots, was a species of orchid unlike anything Sarah had ever seen. Its petals were a deep, velvety black, a color that seemed to absorb the light around it. It was a botanist's dream, the discovery of a lifetime. Overjoyed, Sarah carefully uprooted a specimen to take back with her, ignoring the uneasy glances of her guides. That night, as she documented her find in her tent, she noted in her journal that the orchid, even when severed from its roots, seemed to pulse with a faint, almost imperceptible light. That was the night everything changed. The jungle, which had been alive with sound, fell deathly silent. The air grew cold. Sarah wrote of a strange feeling of being watched, a persistent, unseen gaze that made the hairs on her neck stand on end. She began to have vivid visions of shadowy figures moving just beyond the edge of the firelight, whispers in a language she couldn't understand carried on the wind. She dismissed it as exhaustion, the jungle playing tricks on her mind. But the feeling didn't go away. In fact, it grew stronger. Her fellow expedition members noticed the change in her. She became withdrawn, paranoid, and would often be found staring into the darkness, her eyes wide with a fear she couldn't explain. She complained of a constant, soft whisper that no one else could hear, a voice that seemed to be calling her name from the direction of the giant tree. One morning, the camp awoke to find Sarah gone. Her tent was empty, but her journal was left open on her cot. The last entry was chilling. It was scrawled hastily, the handwriting barely legible. "It calls to me," she wrote. "The flower, it's not just a plant, it's a key. The jungle wants me. I have to go back. I have to return what I took." A frantic search began immediately. The guides, their faces grim, knew where to look. They led the remaining members back to the clearing with the ancient tree. And what they found there confirmed their worst fears. At the base of the tree, where the black orchid had been uprooted, the ground was disturbed. And lying there, perfectly placed, was Sarah's specimen. It had been returned. But of Sarah, there was no sign. Not a footprint, not a broken twig, nothing. It was as if the jungle had simply swallowed her whole. The expedition, terrified and heartbroken, abandoned their mission and fled the forest. The official report listed Sarah as missing, presumed lost to the perils of the jungle. But the locals know a different story. They believe that Sarah was taken by the ancient spirit of the forest, a guardian angered by her transgression. They say she wasn't harmed, but rather became a part of the jungle herself, a new spirit bound to protect it. They call her the Orchid Maiden to this day. Explorers and travelers who venture too deep into that part of the jungle report strange occurrences. They speak of hearing a soft female voice whispering on the wind, a warning to turn back. Some have claimed to see a fleeting glimpse of a pale figure moving gracefully between the trees, always just at the edge of their vision. And on rare occasions, deep within the jungle's heart, they say you can still find a clearing with a colossal, ancient tree, and at its base, a single, perfect black orchid, pulsing with a faint, otherworldly light. The legend of Sarah serves as a haunting reminder of the power and mystery of the natural world. It speaks to the idea that there are places on this earth that remain untamed, places that operate by their own ancient rules. Was Sarah a victim of the supernatural, or did the isolation and psychological stress of the jungle simply overwhelm her? Her journals offer a glimpse into a mind descending into fear, but they leave the ultimate question unanswered. The story of the Orchid Maiden is a thread woven into the rich tapestry of local folklore, a chilling tale of a woman who is captivated by the jungle as beauty and ultimately consumed by its mystery. It's a warning to all who enter. Respect the ancient places, for you never know what spirits might be watching from the shadows. What do you guys think? Is this a classic campfire ghost story, or is there something more to these legends? Let me know your theories down in the comments. I read every single one. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this story and want to explore more mysteries with me, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.